Danny Forts with the rejection-free formula, no calling, no chasing, no convincing, and he is Scott.
Hey everybody, Scooter Sicardi here. How was Danny Forts this morning?
Danny Forts this morning and this afternoon in Arizona is doing absolutely fantastic. I'm sitting in a coffee shop. I've been trying to bust out some work all day. I haven't had time to do much. As you can see, I still haven't even got a haircut from last week. So it's been one of the things I've been wanting to do, but things have been pretty busy in my life, man. How about yours?
Very, very good. We got some exciting news today. We had an update on the baby, and I'll share that with everybody later. And maybe not on this hangout. I'll leave the suspense. You'll have to go to my page and wall and all that to find out more. But had an update with the baby. Everything is looking good and healthy so far, as we know, and we'll have some more follow-ups to come. And it's just a good time.
Awesome. Well, you've been pretty busy too. You've been running your own Fun with FunnelKit hangout. How's that been going? I've been seeing a lot of activity in the group and stuff. So.
Yeah, a lot of activity. It has been fun. If anybody wants to pop in, it's scottsicardi.com/havingfunwithfunnelkit. That's the URL there, and I have a playlist of all the replays going back from the beginning, and there'll be some bonus trainings that'll be popped in there. But it's been going really well. We started out, and I wasn't quite sure how it was going to go, and I've had a lot of really good positive response. People have been stuck, and you know, they got the plug-in, and it's just like a lot of other things. You buy something, you're not shown how to use it. You know, if you just don't have the technical know-how or have never done it before, you know, it seems like it's kind of difficult and hard, and you know, it gets frustrating. And then, you know, someone says, well, you just do this, and it's like really easy from that point on, right? You get the hang of it pretty quick, and just like we're going to do today with some graphics that I have it.
Yeah, even one of the things I had done one time was, you know, I didn't even realize, it goes to show, like, you know how to zoom in and zoom out of your screen, but yet when you're using even FunnelKit, there was one time where the hover box, was sitting over something, so I couldn't change it, and they were just like, well, just, you know, zoom in or zoom out. I was like, duh.
Oh yeah, and my favorite was like, why isn't my opt-in box showing up? Why isn't my opt-in box showing up? And
yeah, didn't drag it in.
you have this little window over here, and it has all these options. You have to actually pick it up and put it where you want it. That's we weren't doing that.
Yeah, yeah, really funny. So we're going to talk about a subject today that a lot of people struggle with when they first get started, and again, this is something I struggled with, and that's why I spent all the time learning how to do it. You know, I remember not even knowing the difference between file extensions when I got started. Didn't know, like, a transparent background was with a PNG file, or, you know, saving something as JPEG was a lower resolution, so it would load faster, and you know, when compared to a JPEG, or not knowing the difference between, like, let's say a PSD file, which is for Photoshop. All these different things that you just learn by either trial, error, time, basically. And so I literally spent hours and hours and hours. I remember one day I was just like, you know, when I discovered actually that there was tutorials, I remember just sitting one day in a McDonald's and spending the whole entire afternoon watching tutorial after tutorial after tutorial on Pixar, just learning the basics of what the tools actually did. And I was like, huh. Then I you know, would get off and just go and start putting the stuff into action, and next thing you know, just with practice over time, you just become proficient. Practice builds proficiency, does it not, Scooter?
That it does, that it does. And one of the things you think about anything, right? Even down to taking care of your newborn child, the one most valued thing for anybody to receive is somebody else's consistency in being there. So it's important that not only you do things over time, it starts to build that consistency that you're doing, not only for you, but it also shows that you are someone people can rely on to be there when they need you. So you're going to continually increase your skill, and then you're going to be able to pull people up with you right along the way.
Duplication, duplication. All right, so let's do this first. With FunnelKit comes with a whole bunch of graphics, and they cover it on the sales page. As a matter of fact, let's just do this. I'm going to share my screen here, and we're going to go to. Let me just do this really fast. Let me know when you can see my screen.
You are there.
I am there. Cool. So you can see on this page, this is the FunnelKit sales page, so we're going to, I know this video is going to probably try to load, and I'm going to try to stop it before it loads. Let's put that on pause. And we're going to scroll down, and you're going to see towards the bottom here, where is it? Oh, let's keep going. Everything's still loading.
In the next 2 minutes, I'm going to tell you how we've created.
I thought I paused it. Okay, now it's paused. And let me scroll down. Keep scrolling. There's about, okay. So here it talks about, these are like all the graphics that it comes with, and I mean even these things we kind of take for granted because you have so much stuff to build practically any kind of sales page you want. Web notifications, web buttons. Well, that actually comes in FunnelKit. Testimonial boxes, these sequence of steps, social icons. I just started using this on a page on a blog post that I'm creating for FunnelKit actually. PowerPoint backgrounds that you can use. There's these section headlines, hand-drawn numbers, hand-drawn circles, hand-drawn bullets and pointers, I mean, on and on and on. Arrows. I mean, this thing pretty much has everything. And I'm going to go in here and just show you as well that, let's see. Let me go in here and show you. And here's the graphics pack right here that I'm just going to walk through and show you how many folders of stuff that there actually is. So for Apple mockups, for instance, these are the different formats they come in, which was JPEG, PNG, and PSD. So you can change them and use them how you like, but it's got all the different, iPhone and iMac stuff there. You can go
That's
to.
not showing on your screen.
Huh?
That's not showing.
What's not showing?
Were you showing them the actual folder?
Yeah, I was showing the actual folder.
Yeah, it's not up.
What? Oh, it's not up. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. So give me 1 second here. Let me do this. Let me do this again. There we go. Now you can see, right?
Yep.
Okay. So these are all the different folders and stuff that come with FunnelKit that have a ton of stuff. So here's the JPEG, PNG, and PSD files, and here's all the Mac stuff here. You can see it's iPhones, iPads, so forth. We go to, let me just show you arrows, for instance. These are all the different types of arrows that come with it. There is, let's see what else, bonus headlines. These are so you can put different bonus headlines in your sales page and or thank you pages, so on and so forth. What else we got here? Banners. I mean, it's just endless, the amount of stuff. These are all PSDs that you can use. Oops. Hold on. That you can change and create, if you have Photoshop or able to use PSD files. let's see what else we got here. Hand-drawn stuff here.
Yeah, I just want to add, I don't know if you have Photoshop on your Mac there, but when I bought my computer, like the last, I think, 3 computers that I have, I didn't even know I had it on there. It's actually on there. And how I found out that I had it was I actually clicked on one of the PSD files, and it opened right up. If you have that program installed, you can usually it'll download it. And there's probably some kind of free editor. Just go online if it's on the computer. More than likely, there's a free version that you can use. And then what you can do is you can open that up and you can save it as a PNG file. So then you can upload it into Pixar, and then you can edit it there.
Right. Well, again, these yeah, and you can do that for the PSD files. There's also GIMP that people can use, and that opens PSD files, I believe. So there's a lot of different options. Definitely, Pixar for me was like the shortest learning curve. There was a learning curve with GIMP, and it just seemed a little bit more, I guess, clunky, and then a little bit more. You have to make more of a time investment. Me, I like to keep things basic and quick. So when I do stuff, I like to just, if I have an image of what I think it should look like, then I literally just run through and do it really, really fast and try to do it that way. So, so we're going to give some examples and show people how, in a little mini tutorial here, on how to use some of these things for Pixar. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of this stuff on my desktop first, so I'm not running around and taking extra time and just doing it that way. So just give me a second here, and I will get this moving. Let's see. Let's take some. We're going to use some arrows. We're going to use some. What else do you want me to use here, Scooter?
They got the headlines there. They're already done for you, headlines. And
the headlines not in this one. That was a different pack that he gave, but the done for you headlines was in a different pack.
Right. They got the structure there. You got some handwritten texts. People love highlighters.
Yeah, let's get highlighters. Let's get highlights. What else? Let's do. Let's see what else we got here. I'm thinking squeeze page, so just quickly for the header. What buttons? Let's do some hand-drawn circles. Yeah, I'll use this really quick. This should be enough to do a quick tutorial on. So let's go hand-drawn circles. Okay. All right, so that's that there. Got rid of that. And then we're going to go to the good old You can see my screen again, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. I'm going to go to Pixar. And I have more than a few tutorials on the basics of Pixar that you can use. Obviously, for this video, I'm going to go through really quick and just show some really quick basics on how to just make the graphics. We're not going to put them in FunnelKit because we only got like 10 minutes, and I want to make this as fast as possible. So once you go to the editor and it says create, these are your options. We're just going to hit create new image, and then it's going to ask us, we can title it, so let's just say capture page header, and let's say we're going to do, let's do 500, and the height, let's just say 300. and this would be the capture page header that we would be working with. And you can always trim this stuff later. I'm just going to show you just some really quick basics. So Scooter, why don't you shout me out a headline real quick?
Shout you out a headline.
I got one. Okay, go ahead. Go.
Huge news.
Huge what?
Huge news.
Okay. That's it?
Or what did I say earlier? I had something in my head a little earlier.
All right. How about I just do this? How to create capture page graphics in under 5 minutes. So that's actually more of a sub-headline, so I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to put this, I'm going to go newbie creates amazing capture page graphics in seconds. Okay. So I'm just going to show you how to do that. I'm going to move this. Let me just move this so you guys can see. Okay. So now that we have this information typed in here, don't worry about that. It goes off the page. We can change the size in a second. So what we're going to do is we're going to click here. We're going to center all this text first of all. So you can see that. Now it's centered. We can change the size by just clicking here and going like this. Okay. And then we want to pick like a pretty thick font or some sort of bold font. And these are all the fonts that you can choose from. There's literally, I don't even know how many. There's a lot. But what we're going to do is I'm just going to go straight to like the Avenir's because they're pretty bold in nature. So I'm going to do that. And I'll do the same for this second one over here. But I have to go over here and change the layer because these are on 2 different layers. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to do the same. We're going to go straight to like an Avenir. And since this is the sub-headline, let's change it to a, actually let's make this the main one. Avenir bold, make this bigger like this. Let's center it. I'll go back to this other one and make this one smaller.
Now, while Danny's doing that, I just wanted to throw in a couple bonus tips here. When you first start making any graphic, have the size in mind that you want to use, and make it bigger. One of the things that I shared in the training group this morning even was when you have like a fabric and it has a little logo on it, like if this T-shirt had a little logo on it or a pair of spandex, whatever, and you stretch that out, that logo is going to get kind of grainy and distorted, and it's not going to look right. Well, that's the exact same thing that happens when you do a picture that's too small and you try to blow it up. The pixels get stretched out and it ends up looking really grainy. So when you make a graphic like this, you can always make it smaller, and there are little tips and tricks that you can use to get the right size and aspect ratio and everything like that. But you always kind of want to make it a little bigger than you think you want to make. You want the graphic, because you can always make it smaller and it's going just fine. But once you start to get it bigger and stretch it way out, that's where things are going to start to look a little grainy. So it'll make your images look really clean and really professional.
Cool. All right, so here's what I'm going to do here. There's these layer styles, and I'm just going to go here. You see these 3 things under here. You just click this one, and what I'm doing is I'm putting like an outer glow around the text so it sticks out a little bit. And you can, even though you won't be able to see it that well here, I'm just going to make it white. And then I'm also going to put a drop shadow, and you just see that appear as well, and give it some you know, now I'm turning up the opacity so that the shadow is a little harder, so you can, it's more pronounced basically. So I'll go back down to outer glow, make this a little harder, and there we go there. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing for this area here, so you can see it again. I'm just doing the same thing to both. You change this color. You can drag this around to wherever you want, but if you go straight up there, that's white, and now you can see that. Here's the drop shadow. Make sure you click on this to make sure it's gray. Whoops, let me take that one off. And there's your distance, and you're good there. Okay, so that's pretty much the basics right there. That's easy peasy. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open image, and I'm going to open something from the graphics packs that we already have sitting on our desktop, which is, for me, I'm going to go grab highlights first. And this is going to take a second. So I got my my highlights right here. I'm going to go here, and these are all the different highlights, and I'm just going to grab one really quick. I'll just use the first one, highlight 1. Hit open. So now this is the actual highlight in PNG, which is a transparent image. I clicked here. This is a copy tool. This is a cut tool.
All right, I'm not sure if Danny's computer froze or who we're live on. but we can keep going. Let's see where he's going with that. Let me just let me get my window here, and whoever's on and working, I guess that's the one that'll be up on the page. So no worries, no biggie. All right, so I'm just going to share my screen and wait until Danny pops back on here. We'll give it a quick couple seconds. But as you can see, what he's already done, you know, it's you know, basically he's just opened an image and or created a new image, right? We'll just leave it like that for. Oops, I forgot the transparent button. Create a new image, transparent. Okay, and then he has the text, and it's really just from here, because we are actually getting close up to our 30 minutes anyway. You know, from here it's just playing around with the different tools. And okay, I think I'm still here. So you know, you guys are awesome, right? And then you just play around with it, you know, make it whatever size, and then you can put the highlighter on. But really, you know, just take your time with it, and it'll all work out. Okay, so you have this, and like Danny said, one of the things that I like to do is I can add a new layer. I can open an image as a layer. Okay, so actually I'm going to delete this layer, and opening an image as a layer is what I want to do. Danny does that copy paste tool there. I like to do it this way because it already puts it right in there. Wrong FunnelKit. I have it in graphics. Graphics, supercharged graphics pack. And we have the highlights. Okay, we're going to use a PNG highlight. We'll just use this one right here. And then it's just you know, positioning it. And then there's certain little tools, like you can rasterize the layer, and then you go to free transform. That is that's somewhere here. Oh, there it is. In the edit, free transform. Okay, and then you can make it bigger, you can make it smaller, you know, you make it whatever fits. And then you can take this layer and down over here, right? Save the changes. You move the layer to where you want it. So let's put it right there. Now your headline is above the layer. Okay, so it makes it really cool, and then you just play around with it, you know. And so here's the couple advantages to doing it this way. And I'm just going to put my my camera back on. And all right, let's take it off screen share. So yeah, a couple of advantages of doing it this way is sometimes the text editors won't let you do it necessarily the way that you want to do it. So this gives you complete, endless possibilities with how you want to do your headlines and graphics. And it also gives you the flexibility to use them multiple places. It also gives you freedom to edit them. Like if you want to use the same headline but you want to use it a little bit differently, you don't have to recreate the wheel. You can just go right in there and just change some of the words and you'll be good. So all of those different things are ways for you to really get yourself positioned to make your capture page or whatever, your sales page looking really, really clean and really, really professional. And it makes the whole setup process when you're creating the capture page, especially in FunnelKit, really simple because everything's done, right? You get your graphics, you put your graphics together like we talked about, and then you take your the idea, all your pictures and photos, any videos, you have them right there ready to go, and then all you have to do from that point is basically drag it, drop it, put in your opt-in code, and you're good to go. So listen, guys, I appreciate you. I wish Danny was here. I know he appreciates you, and you know, look, we're here to rock it out with you. Please let us know if there's something on your mind that you want us to cover. Please let us know what your thoughts are on this Google Hangout in the comments below, and we'll catch up with you next week, 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. Look, I believe in you. You believe in you. It's my joy to serve. Remember, every moment's an opportunity for great things, just like the start of a brand new day. Talk to you next time.